What's good, proofers? My name is Mone. I am a head sneaker cleaner here with Proof Culture, and today ultimately we want to show you how to clean your kicks at home with household products. So before I actually move forward with this video, I would like to say that I hope whoever this video reaches, that your friends, family, and loved ones are healthy, safe, and blessed. All right, so let's get started. So of course I have a pair of shoes. Now these shoes are about 8 years old. I wear them probably 2 to 3 times a month, but I try and take care of them. So as you can see, the significant amount of dirt, we're ultimately going to be focusing on trying to clean up the soles, because a lot of people, that's where your main issue is. If you clean those up, the shoe looks totally different, or at least brings it back to life a little bit. Now we're only going to be working with one of these, but I figured I'd show both of them to you so you can see how they look. And we're going to work on the dirtiest ones for that wonderful appeal. The list of items that we'll need: bowl of water, toothbrush, OxiClean. This gets 2 sprays in your water to help lighten those stains and the dirt. Now, the thing I want to talk about the most is most dishwashing liquid has a color to it. Depending on the shoe that you're cleaning, for most shoes you likely don't want to apply it directly onto your toothbrush and then try to scrub your material. The biggest thing that's going to happen is, because the dye is on the toothbrush and you apply it directly onto your product, it will likely soak in that color, especially if you're working with a knit shoe or a mesh shoe. That dye is going to soak right in first, and then you're going to have to scrub a whole lot harder than we are intending for you to do. Next up, and the coup de grace, a magic eraser. Now I prefer Mr. Clean, especially because now they came out with a 4 times strong. The original one was 2 times strong, and let me show you what a full one looks like. It has the waves so you can hold it, and then of course the weaving technology to help draw in the dirt and the water. Now I don't use a full one because I try to preserve them as much as I can. They do disintegrate with the water, so you also want to try and use not so much water. You don't want to drench it in your water to clean your product. It will start to break away and stuff. What I do is I actually use a piece at a time, usually a third, so that way I can keep the rest of my eraser clean and intact and make sure that the water doesn't soak all the way through when I'm not using it. So here's our piece. Now you can buy magic eraser at the 99-cent store, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, etc. And this is actually what they look like. Just a nice white sponge, no texture. They are just as thick, but I don't know if you can catch that in the video. See, I already tore it. They break really, really easy. They disintegrate extremely fast, but they still get the job done. You just might have to use a whole one for your job instead of a piece of one. And of course, the last 2 things are a towel. As you can see, this actually has magic eraser all over it, and then a towel on the surface to keep everything clean. So let's get started. Bowl of water, couple drops. You don't want to go overboard, and then you just want to make sure that you mix that into your water so that there isn't any more dish soap left in the water that you can see. You also want to double check your toothbrush and make sure that that soap did not get into the bristles. So we're going to spray again. Just spray 2 full sprays. That's actually good. Mix that around, and we start to give it a scrub. Again, toothbrushes are great so that you can concentrate in a certain area. And as you can see, I only put my toothbrush in the water 1 time, and I have bubbles. I am going all the way across the shoe, so it doesn't need, this is why you didn't need a whole lot of water. We just clean this up, take our towel, give it a wipe. You don't want to leave any residue from your soapy water or from your sponge on your shoes. You want to try and wipe all of that off as often and as much as possible. So now all we did was use the toothbrush and the water. And I just want to show you where we are here. Now we would repeat that step until we got the desired clean that we wanted. Then we take our magic eraser, we give it just a tiny tap. Now I know you really can't see, but I only literally tap this corner right here. It doesn't need to produce a lot of water, but it should not be dry. If it's dry, you can tell it starts to squeak and it starts to break apart immediately. So I use the magic eraser, squeezing the water so that the shoe becomes wet. And we want to scrub in the same area that we've already cleaned. And then we're going to take a towel and give it a wipe. The other thing I want to talk about is that this particular shoe has a couple different materials in it. So you want to be careful when you're using the magic eraser, or even when you're cleaning, that you are very concentrated on an area that is okay for you to use water. My shoes are like a microfiber suede, so they shouldn't have a whole lot of water on them, although because it is not complete suede, it's okay-ish. Just kind of brush to help get any of the dust and the dirt that's been kind of hanging out on the shoe. Just give that a quick little brush and then a wipe. The other secret to that is actually using a lint roller if you want. If you still have some lint or something on there that you want to get off that didn't work with your toothbrush, you can use a lint roller. So that is the end of this video. Again, water, sponge, brush, dish soap, stain remover, towel. So I really appreciate all of those who tuned into the video. You have questions or comments, go ahead and do that below. We appreciate you and your time. Thank you for rocking with us, and see you on the flip side. We're out.